Hey, what's going on, DDO players? Axel here. In this video, I'm going to talk about a topic that's been discussed quite a bit on the forums lately, and it's a topic that's always being discussed heavily on the forums. And that topic, as you can tell from the title, is improving the endgame, and specifically the state of endgame rating. It's no secret that the endgame is one of the biggest weak points in DDO right now, and it's in glaring need of improvement. And in this video, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on the state of the endgame and how we might be able to improve it. It might surprise you to know that according to the DDO wiki, we have 389 quests in the game, yet only 3 of these are in-game raids. That's less than 1% of DDO's content. There's a lot of reasons why we need to improve in-game rating. First of all, this is an MMO. And MMOs are social by nature. This is a multiplayer game. A lot of players come to this game for the social aspect. And building a rating community and having a stable in-game rating community is one of the most fun parts of playing an MMO. When Cap was 20, we had a vibrant in-game rating community. We had Shroud, we had Demon Queen, we had Chronoscope, we had a lot of raids that were worth running at in-game and that had compelling reasons to run them at in-game. Raiding is a completely different gameplay experience in most quests. Playing raids are a lot more challenging, they require more organization, and it's a playstyle that's interesting and fun to a lot of players, and that's a playstyle that's not very accessible today because we are so limited in our options, specifically in our options in terms of raids that are worth running. More importantly, raids give us a reason to stay at cap. Playing your character at cap with all of its abilities, spells, and stats at its most powerful is what we strive for when we're playing DDO. That's why we spend all this time leveling and gearing our characters out, and it's too bad that in DDO today there's not much to do once we fill out our characters. Filling out our characters has become the whole game rather than the path to the end game. There's no reason to play our character once we're done building it. We should have compelling reasons to stay at level cap and compelling reasons to play our character at its most powerful state. One of the reasons we don't have any reasons to play our characters at endgame is we have no incentive to run raids multiple times other than loot and fun, and loot is acquired is finite in its lifespan, and today loot is acquired very quickly with raid timer bypasses being so available through all the rampant duping that's going on. You can look on the auction house and you can buy a raid timer bypass for just a shard or two. You can often buy huge stacks of them for 50, 100 shards or less. And with these bypasses, it lets us access our in-game loot much faster, and after we've acquired this loot, which in the case of the newest raid, Mark of Death, can be done in less than a week or even just a few days, there's no reason to run the raid other than fun or helping out friends. And we need more compelling reasons to actually run these raids other than loot, because loot, having the raid only reward loot is always going to put a finite lifespan on the content, and we need to have an infinite lifespan on this content. We should always have a reason to run a raid other than fun. We should have a reason, we should have something to strive for, something to get from the raids at in-game even after we've acquired all the loot we want. And I have a few proposals that I think can help us get to that point, and I hope a developer or two hears this video and can maybe spread these thoughts to the team a little bit, or at least just hear my opinion as a long-time DDO player. First of all, let's point out one of the problems with the raids we have in Epics: the difficulties. Even with some of the raids like Chronoscope and Demon Queen, even on Epic Elite, are way too easy. Most players with max destinies will just run over these raids like they're nothing. And there's no reason not to scale these raids up to level 30 on Epic Elite. I think every Epic raid should be scaled up to level 30 on Epic Elite so that it has this just the chance to be in-game content. There's no reason to have these raids sitting in the low 20s Epic areas, because any character is going to have max destinies after its first life. After its first life, it's, well, not max destinies, but it's going to have at least its main destiny maxed out after its first life. And there's no reason that these raids need to be so easy. Having raids like Chronoscope and Demon Queen and even Von 6 be so easy, so boringly easy, even on Epic Elite, just makes them unplayable. We should have a reason, we should have fun actually playing these raids, but just increasing the difficulty isn't enough. We need to also have compelling reasons to run them. And some players might say, hey, I want to be able to play these, I'm not an elite player, I'm just a casual player. I want to be able to play these raids like Chronoscope and Von 5 and 6 and not get destroyed when I play through them. That's what Epic Normal and Epic Hard's for. And I think the developers need to realize that we can still offer the raids for casual players on those difficulty settings, while at the same time scaling all the raids up to Epic Elite on level 30. And doing this would quickly give us an endgame. We would have all kinds of endgame raids very quickly. It wouldn't take too much time. It would be some work, but it wouldn't take a ridiculous amount of time for the developers to just take the existing Epic raids and scale them all up to level 30 on Epic Elite. Now, just scaling them up to level 30 on Epic Elite, that makes them in-game playable, but it doesn't give us a reason to play them. And I'm going to go on to the second part of my proposal, which would actually give us a reason to play these raids on at level cap and to keep our characters at level cap. I think we need to introduce a raid saga that consists of all the epic raids in the game. Possibly we could split this into 2 sagas if the developers feel that one saga would be too long, but I think an in-game raid saga is the way to go. And this raid saga should give unique rewards. It should include stuff like XP gems, renown gems, XP pots, guild ship upgrades, renown, maybe cosmetics, maybe specific unique cosmetics that you can't get anywhere else. Maybe shards and shards from some of the older epic quests, maybe some stat boosting consumables that you can't get anywhere else in the game. And again, I want to emphasize cosmetics. I think cosmetics is an area that developers can really get a lot of mileage out of. I think if they introduce some awesome looking shiny armor that you can only get through a raid saga, would give a lot of players an incentive to actually go through the saga. A lot of players love cosmetics, especially in a game like DDO with a rich tradition of role-playing. So if we have a raid saga that would actually give us a reason to run these raids, a lot of players would continuously run these raids as much as they deem they want to, because these raid sagas would give all kind of rewards. Running raid sagas could help players help their guilds. It could let them stack up consumables that they can't get anywhere else to help them get through really tough Epic Elite content. Could give them cosmetics they can't get anywhere else. You know, consumables, all kinds of ideas, and these are just some of the ideas. The developers could stick all kinds of things in these saga reward lists. And another thing I like about this kind of system is that it's going to be tough to dupe. I don't like the idea of, say, dropping more ingredients into in-game chests like we used to have with the epic tokens and have them available for turn-in. They can be duped. And the other thing is, I don't like having just one epic token or epic raid token drop in each in-game raid, because that would only give us a reason to run the shortest raids, right? No one would actually run there would be no reason for us to run a raid like Caught in the Web, since we could just farm these in-game raid tokens from a short epic raid like Mark of Death. But if we actually have a in-game raid saga that consists of all the raids in the game, it would actually require players and give players a reason to actually run a variety of content, to actually run every single raid that's out there. So if you agree with me, please post a comment below and let me know. Or if you disagree with me, please post below and let me know that too. Let me know if you have any other ideas or what your thoughts are on this matter. But if nothing else, I think we need to continue to see more ideas thrown out on the forums, because this is an area that really badly needs to be addressed. I think this lack of an in-game and the abundance of lag in the game and duping are the three biggest areas of DDO that needs improvement, and I want to see a lot of discussion from players on this topic, and I hope to see in the future some direct response from developers and some heavy discussion from developers about this problem. So until next time, guys, thanks for listening, and I will see you on my next video.